Shona means good afternoon, how has been your day? My full name is Getrude Ruwadzano Matshe. I want to start off by acknowledging country. In the spirit of reconciliation, we acknowledge the traditional custodians of Wurundjeri country. We acknowledge and respect their connections to land, sea, and community. We pay our respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging, and also extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Tory Islander peoples today. Up until the 22nd of April 2004, I had not quite known what my life purpose was. It was 2 weeks before I launched my first book. And I woke up that morning with words in my head that had to go down on paper. And I went to my computer and I started writing. And I realized at that point that my voice, my body, my very being in this incarnation is merely a channel the Creator is using to awaken the world. A lot of people ask me, Getrude, are you the typical African woman? I can tell you bluntly now that no, I am not. Let me tell you a little bit about the typical African woman. In my country, and when I say my country, I'm talking about Africa from north to south. I'm talking about African women in the diaspora. The typical African woman is at the bottom of the food chain. The typical African woman is always the last to eat. Her role in society is to fetch the water, fetch the firewood, prepare the fields for sowing, sow the seed and harvest. And in all of this, she is the last to eat the leftovers of her prepared meals. In my country, the typical African woman is physically and psychologically abused. In times of war, she is raped, and she personifies the downtrodden human being. And in all of this, she asks you, where are you, my father, when my education is sacrificed? Where are you, my brother, when I toil in the field and in the kitchen? Where are you, my mother, when my genitals are cut from my body with a sharp knife? Where are you, my sister? Where are you, my fellow human beings? Why do you allow this to happen to me? Now, because I'm not the typical African woman, I want to share with you a part of the spiritual journey that has been my life. My presentation today is entitled, Every Girl Deserves a Champion, Empowering the Next Generation of Leaders. I stand on the shoulders of giants, two giants, two amazing parents who gave me life. They gave me books to read. They gave me poetry and songs. They gave me music. They gave me dance. They gave me visions of endless possibilities. They gave me praise. They gave me hope. They planted in me a tree to the future. A tree whose shade and shelter they never got to feel. They gave me love, they gave me joy. They gave me my voice. Go, use it, and change the world. Today's presentation is a tribute to those who came before me. My grandfathers, and especially my grandmothers. Strong, resilient women who paved the way. My maternal grandmother described what I looked like the day that I was born. I was preterm, born 6 weeks early, And my grandmother said that I could fit into the palm of her hands because I was so small. And that's why she gave me the nickname Kadiki, which in my mother tongue means tiny. Growing up, my parents always said that education was the key to success. But at 6 years old, I was thinking, sure, but where's the key to the candy jar? Turns out they were right. Education really is the key to a better life. I just wish that I had known when I was hiding under the dining table with a mouth full of sweets, I would still have a mouthful of teeth. I've spent my entire life advocating for women and children's rights, especially the girl child. My journey started in pre-colonial Africa, in Rhodesia, which is now Zimbabwe, where my parents knew that education was the key out of poverty. My mother was a nurse who became an entrepreneur on the side to put her 5 children through private school. She taught me how to knit, she taught me how to sew, she taught me how to crochet, she taught me how to sell. My mother was the most amazing salesperson you will ever meet. She could sell snow to the Eskimos, sand to the Arabs of the desert. If you weren't careful, she would sell you the clothes you're wearing. My father was a visionary.